Imagine holding a simple quarter in your hand, one that looks ordinary, yet hides a story so extraordinary that it can change the way you look at pocket change forever. Today, on Coin Value Guide, we uncover one of the most astonishing treasures in numismatic history, the 1978 D Washington $quarter coin valued at an unbelievable $275 million. Yes, you heard that, right? A coin worth more than luxury estates, fleets of cars, and the lifetime savings of entire families. But what makes this quarter so incredibly rare? Why do collectors hunt it with passion? And how could one simple coin hold such unimaginable worth? Stay with me, because the answers will surprise you at every turn. And by the end, you might just find yourself checking every single quarter you have ever touched. Before we begin, hit that like button, leave a comment, and make sure you subscribe to Coin Value Guide, because rare coin knowledge can literally turn into fortune. Now let us dive deep into this 1978 D Washington $quarter coin, minted in Denver, marked with the letter D on its obverse. This piece of United States coinage was created as part of the Washington Quarter series, which first appeared in 1932. The coin celebrates the first President, George Washington, and has been a part of American coin history for decades. But while millions were minted in 1978, only a select few contain characteristics so unique and so extraordinary that they catapult this coin from spare change into a numismatic legend worth hundreds of millions. First, let us talk specifications. The 1978 D Washington quarter has a diameter of 24.26 millimeters, a thickness of 1.75 millimeters, and a weight of 5.67 grams. It is composed of a copper nickel-clad sandwich with an inner copper core and outer layers of nickel that give it the bright silver-like shine familiar to collectors. But not all coins are created equal, and within these ordinary measurements lie secrets that only trained eyes and professional grading companies can truly detect. This is where the world of numismatics comes alive. Professional grading organizations such as PCGS Professional Coin Grading Service and NGC Numismatic Guarantee Company are considered the gold standards of coin authentication and valuation. They assign grades ranging from poor 1 to perfect mint state 70, and these grades can make the difference between a coin being worth 25 cents or being worth hundreds of millions. For the 1978 D Washington quarter, the most valuable pieces are those that remain in pristine, uncirculated condition, often called mint state coins. When a coin has never been in circulation, its details remain crisp. Its luster shines brightly, and its overall eye appeal attracts the highest level of collector demand. Imagine a coin graded MS-67 or even MS-68 by PCGS, a grade so high it represents near perfection. And now imagine that coin being a 1978 D Washington quarter, already scarce in gem mint state. Suddenly that rarity and perfection converge, creating a recipe for astronomical value. But grading is not the only factor. Another powerful element in the value of this coin comes from what numismatists call die varieties and mint errors. These are the happy accidents of coin production. Sometimes a misaligned die or a doubled die creates a unique pattern visible only under magnification. Collectors prize these anomalies because they make a coin one of a kind. If you encounter a 1978 D quarter with a doubled die obverse, or perhaps a plancher error where the coin was struck on an improper metal blank, your coin might not just be rare, it might be priceless. Now here is where suspense deepens. Many people believe that a coin cannot possibly be worth more than a few $1,000s. But the truth is that rare high-grade quarters with unique attributes have fetched unimaginable prices at auctions, and the 1978 D is among those legendary few. The record-breaking valuation of $275 million comes from the extreme rarity, combined with condition rarity, market demand, and historical significance. Collectors view it not just as a coin, but as an artifact of American history. And when billionaires and elite investors compete in the numismatic world, values skyrocket beyond imagination. But wait, before revealing exactly how such astronomical figures are realized, let us pause and appreciate the numismatic art of this coin. On the obverse, we see the familiar portrait of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan, a profile that has graced quarters for generations. On the reverse, we find The traditional eagle with outstretched wings, a powerful emblem of the United States' strength and unity. Yet hidden within these familiar designs are details that only a true collector notices: the crispness of the eagle feathers, the sharpness of Washington's hair curls, the strike quality of the mint mark. All these subtle features tell a story of grading rarity and collector obsession. Now let us turn to condition, because here is where the real magic lies. A circulated 1978 D Washington quarter might only fetch a small premium over face value, maybe $1 or $2. But an uncirculated gem graded by PCGS or NGC can jump into the thousands. Coins graded MS66 or higher become exponentially scarcer and more desirable. Think of it this way: out of millions minted, only a handful survive without scratches, bag marks, or loss of luster. Now imagine the finest known specimen, the single coin that stands above all others in the grading census. Such a coin becomes a numismatic trophy, piece so rare that billionaires and institutions compete for ownership, driving the value to record-shattering levels. And here is a collector secret that not everyone knows. The numismatic marketplace is not just about rarity. It is about story. Every coin tells a story, and buyers often pay a premium for coins with provenance, meaning a traceable ownership history. If your 1978 D Washington quarter once belonged to a famous collection or was highlighted in a prestigious coin auction catalog, that history alone can multiply its value by magnitudes. Now let us answer a crucial question: how do you sell such a coin? The pathway matters, because selling in the wrong place can leave hundreds of thousands or even millions on the table. Casual. Online marketplaces might attract casual buyers, but for a coin of this magnitude you want professional venues. Leading auction houses like Heritage Auctions, Stack's Bowers, or Great Collections specialize in rare coins and have the reach to attract the world's most serious bidders. These platforms market coins globally, showcasing them to elite collectors who are willing to bid without limits. In addition, professional coin dealers who are members of the American Numismatic Association (ANA) can provide safe pathways for selling such treasures. Always remember, authentication is key. So before selling, send your coin to PCGS or NGC for certification and slabbing. Once your coin is slabbed and graded, it becomes a secure and verifiable asset ready for maximum bidding wars. At this point, you might wonder what exactly makes the 1978 D Washington quarter valued at $275 million. The answer lies in the convergence of rarity, grade, provenance, and collector demand. Think of the art world, where paintings by masters like Da Vinci or Van Gogh fetch hundreds of millions, not because of the materials used, but because of the rarity and cultural value. The same applies here. When a single coin becomes the finest known of its type, when it achieves near mythical status in the numismatic census, when collectors view it as irreplaceable, then price becomes limitless. Now here is your suspense moment, because what if you already have one? What if somewhere, in a jar of spare change or an inherited collection, sits a 1978 D quarter with immaculate surfaces and unique attributes? Would you even know how to spot it? Would you recognize the luster, that cartwheeling shimmer that radiates as you tilt the coin under light? Would you notice the sharp strike, the flawless rims, the absence of contact marks? These are the signs that professional graders use, and now you too can learn them. Imagine being the one who discovers such a coin, not only holding history but holding fortune. And here comes another numismatic insight. Did you know that collectors often look at die markers, tiny imperfections left on coins by the dies used at the mint? If you learn to identify these markers, you can distinguish between ordinary coins and extraordinary rarities. Building knowledge is your most powerful tool in coin collecting. And on Coin Value Guide, we make sure to give you this knowledge week after week, so if you want to stay ahead, hit that subscribe button now and turn on notifications, because every video could be the one that leads you to a hidden treasure. We have now traveled through the world of the 1978 D Washington quarter, from its basic specifications to its extraordinary numismatic story, from grading and condition to provenance and market demand, from mint errors and varieties to the staggering record valuation of $275 million, and still the suspense lingers. Could there be more such coins hidden in collections across America? The answer is yes, and the hunt is on. So here is your mission: check your pocket change, search your old coin jars, open those forgotten drawers, and look carefully at every 1978 D Washington quarter you encounter, because History has shown that life-changing treasures hide in the most ordinary of places. Before we close, I want you to do 3 things. First, like this video to spread the knowledge. Second, leave a comment telling us if you have ever checked your quarters for hidden value. And third, most importantly, subscribe to Coin Value Guide and join a growing community of collectors who believe in the power of knowledge and curiosity. Together, we can uncover treasures and right our O. Before we close, I want you to do 3 things. First, like this video to spread the knowledge. Second, leave a comment telling us if you have ever checked your quarters for hidden value. And third, most importantly, subscribe to Coin Value Guide and join a growing community of collectors who believe in the power of knowledge and curiosity. Together, we can uncover treasures and write our own chapters in the story of numismatics. And as you share this video with friends, family, and fellow collectors, remember you might be the one who inspires someone to discover their own fortune. Stay subscribed, stay curious, and never stop searching, because the next rare coin could be in your hands right now. And with knowledge, patience, and a little bit of luck, you too can transform change into legacy.